ちょっと値段が高いから大昔に一つ売れただけさ。買うんだったらさらに安くしとくよ。
Hello guys, I'm the Pro, and what a magnificent episode. We discovered that there are other eyes for sale in the Demon Kingdom, and they were in a store that coincidentally Goku and Bulma visited at the end to buy some insects. We'll talk about all of this in this video, and also how Dragon Ball Daima will connect to Dragon Ball Super, because I realized that this issue is still very confusing for fans, so leave your like, which is very important, subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell. Done that. Without further ado, let's begin. Guys, episode 20 was a spectacle. Goku Super Saiyan 4 against Goma was one of the best battles I've ever seen happen in Dragon Ball. That Kamehameha scene was cinematic. In my opinion, it was a perfect ending, mainly because it was unpredictable. Right guys, no one imagined that in the end, Goma would be defeated by Majin Buu. Okay, but let's get to the point. After this episode, the events of Dragon Ball Super don't seem to fit together, but I'll explain everything according to my interpretation, okay guys? Starting with Super Saiyan 4, Goku at the end of the episode, before they go home, tells Vegeta that he only trained a lot after the fight against Majin Buu, and that he had no idea whether or not this training would make him achieve a new transformation. This is clear when he says, "I didn't know if it would work." In other words, guys, in my opinion, Goku doesn't know what Never did to him. For him, he awakened Super Saiyan 4 because of training. He doesn't know that Never messed with his DNA, making him awaken this form. At the end of the episode, Goku, Bulma, and Pansy go to an insect store in the third demon world. Because Goku wanted to buy those medicinal insects, and Bulma wanted to buy insects that rejuvenate the skin, but in that place Pansy explored and ended up finding two other tertian eyes, which were also for sale in that establishment. Which clearly scares everyone. The saleswoman says that she sold one of those eyes a long time ago, in this case the eye that Goma was using, which was on Hybus's belt, and which was used by the ancient demon king Abura, Dahbura's father. And then the episode ends with all this suspense. Clearly we don't know what will happen from here on, but guys, it's obvious that Bulma bought these eyes to study them at Capsule Corporation. Guys, we saw that Glorio destroyed Goma's eye just by stepping on it. So no matter how powerful these eyes are, they are fragile. So Bulma will want to study these eyes to find out the source of his power, what he's made of, what the true origin of these eyes is. Do you understand? This eye can be very useful in an emergency or dangerous situation. Goku and Vegeta, since they are curious and always looking for a way to overcome their strength, may want to put this eye on their forehead to see how far their power will take them. But of course, they won't use the eye to do evil. Goma did those evil things because he is a bad person and has an evil heart. But Goku doesn't. If he puts this eye on his forehead, he won't use his power for that. And neither, I believe, does Vegeta. Even though Vegeta doesn't have a pure heart like Goku today, he's not the same Vegeta who let himself be controlled by Babidi. I believe that this third eye will still give people something to talk about. It will appear in Dragon Ball Super, and it can be used by Goku and Vegeta to defeat Black Frieza. We've seen the level that Frieza is now in his black form, right guys? He's easily at the level of a god of destruction. So Goku and Vegeta can use the third eye to their advantage in the future, if necessary, of course.
I will be back for this planet one day.
Now regarding the Kibitoshin fusion, in the manga, we have Shin and Kibito returning much earlier during the Battle of Gods, while in the anime, only in the Champa arc do we have any idea that they undid this fusion. But curiously, in the author's view, this fusion ended much earlier than we imagined. And why is the author's view so important in this? Because during the Battle of Gods, Trunks should already have his new look with blue hair, but due to Toei's own fault, he remained with the purple look, and changed future Trunks' look as it should be, and this caused a strange feeling for everyone. At least in the manga, this change occurred early on. In an illustrated art by Toriyama for Battle of Gods, we have the Supreme Kaioshin not fused with Kibitoshin, implying that this event occurred at least before Battle of Gods. So for Toriyama, this would have already occurred in this case, matching well with his vision presented in Dragon Ball Daima. It was in Toriyama's interest that this fusion not be present during Dragon Ball Super, and probably all the writers had at their disposal was the idea that Kibitoshin should not be present, but only Nahara. This type of divergence can be applied to the superhero arc of the manga, which has significant changes to better fit its chronology. That said, it is not impossible for there to be a correction or justification for Dragon Ball Super. We know that Vegeta only stopped using Super Saiyan 3 out of pure spite and implication with Goku. Besides, the energy expenditure is still present and will never change. Interestingly, both in the manga, film, and anime of the Battle of the Gods arc, the scene of Vegeta vs Beerus has differences. In the film, Vegeta only uses his Super Saiyan in pure hate. In the manga, Vegeta only uses Super Saiyan 2. And finally, in the anime, Vegeta uses something officially called Super Saiyan 2, Enraged. This form gives Vegeta's Super Saiyan 2 the same shade of gold used in Super Saiyan 3, this being the most notable characteristic, besides the mentions that say it seems to have surpassed Goku's Super Saiyan 3. So in the end, the undone fusion of Kibitoshin no Daima, we can say that it is yet another narrative correction, a true retcon, but that should have happened since 2012, but that may be due to Toei itself, never happened. Now what about Super Saiyan 4, Daima? Well, there's not much to explain about that one, just sit back and wait for Toyotaro to justify later what happened to this transformation. In the end, only time will tell us, officially, if Daima is just another separate world, or if it is, in fact, connected. So that's it, guys. I hope you understood. That was my explanation according to my point of view. What do you think of all this? Don't forget to comment there. Okay, this video is ending. Don't forget to leave your like. Please, it's very important. Subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell too. And that's it, guys. Thanks, and I'm done.